BNL stands for Brand, Network, Legacy.
A branding coach isn't about logos and colors, but they are about helping you tell your brand story effectively. Hello and welcome to Rabbi Rashi Foundation. Coach Shweta-Bnl is a globally certified life coach, transformational speaker, and an entrepreneur. She's a personal brand coach and a legacy coach. Wow. Legacy coach. This is amazing. Okay. आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है श्वेता.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
To start with, Shweta, please tell us about your professional journey and tell us about your brand BNL Club, about you as a brand coach, Coach Shweta-Bnl.
A lot of people say or they think that what's there in the introduction, people know about it. But what matters is that why? Why are you doing whatever you're doing? So that's how it all started for me. I was looking for a simple business proposal when I stumbled upon a banner which said coaching. I had no clue that this was for the life coaching training. And I ended up just joining and going with the flow and realized I had already gone through it all in my life. So the breakthrough had happened, but what I got was the structure to coach others, to help others. So it was primarily the drive to help others, which got me into this profession. And I found a beautiful way of helping people and also moving myself away from doing multiple things and, not you earning money, but not really feeling satisfied, not meeting with the purpose of your life. So that's where I found the purpose of my life. And that's it. I've never seen back, after that. BNL Club happened after a few years of being in life coaching industry. So then I realized I wanted to do something which was a very specific niche. I wanted to help. In general, there were a lot of life coaches and other people helping individuals. So I wanted to help people to build themselves financially. BNL stands for Brand, Network, Legacy. That means you take your work, your business, your project, your passion to a brand level. Brand means it stands for a quality, it stands for trust, it stands for authenticity, for creativity. So be unique. That's the agenda. And then create a network which can in turn build your net worth as well. Don't just meet people with a purpose, meet people to create a purpose in life of yours and for others. Through your business also create a purpose. And then legacy stands for the contribution. Whatever you have learned, share it with the world. Contribute. That's how you create a legacy for yourself, for your work. A lot of people want to do the business. They want to take a stand for themselves, but they don't know how to make it successful, how to make it financially viable and profitable. That's exactly what I wanted to solve. I saw a number of coaches who were with me and otherwise who took training and who were excellent coaches, excellent trainers. But they left that industry because they could not sustain financially. I struggled myself a lot. So I was lucky. I had a beginner's luck. I got clients before I could even get my certification. I started getting people, I think perhaps because of my background, perhaps because of my networking skills. So then I said, why not to create something for others? If it is working for me, it will work for somebody else. So my prior experience was all in marketing, sales, public relations. So I said, okay, so the branding, marketing, sales, it's all there in my blood. I'm anyway coming from Punjab, the business family. So I knew it all. I had done a lot of mistakes myself. So I thought, let me create a structure which can help people not to leave their passion just because they could not make it profitable enough. So that's how the BNL Club happened. That's how the journey all started.
That's absolutely wonderful. A very inspiring story and the real story. I think this is wonderful, Shweta. Shweta, what exactly is personal branding in a layman's language for a businessman or an entrepreneur? And why is it important?
As I said, brand means trust. Brand means you stand for quality and authenticity. That means that is your unique quotient. How do you create your unique positioning? That is what personal branding is. Personal brand means you stand for being yourself. That's it. Who you are. What makes you so different? Why to choose you instead of anybody else? Whether you create a personal brand, that means you, or for your business, everybody is creating a unique positioning or trying to create a positioning right from the beginning. Whether you're in school, you want to become the head boy or the head girl, you're creating your brand quotient, right? You're creating your unique positioning. Same thing goes in when you're applying for a job or you're meeting somebody for marriage. You're trying to do a business or you're trying to present your business or your organization's business to a client. You're trying to create that unique quotient. That's where you need that branding. That's where, when you become your business, then you are your personal brand. That's about it. So it means simply that you live up to the word. What you promise, you deliver. What you claim, you prove it.
Yeah, easily put. And I think this is correct on what she's saying, that why is it important? Okay, Shweta, we understand that you're doing wonderful work with, BNL Club. Tell us more about the club and how can one become a member of the club?
It's very simple. BNL Club, yes, it is a membership based club wherein one can learn everything about scaling up the business. If you have a structure, for example, there are members who are coaches, there are members who are dairy business owners, beauty business owners, doctors, uh, hospital owners. So it doesn't matter what business background you come from. Any business has to be profitable enough, and every business must aspire to become a brand. That means to have the unique quotient with that ultimate trust level. So build the credibility. So what we do is the BNL Club, especially let me talk about different fields. Coaches and trainers, a lot of them, they have this skill, but they don't have a structure. They don't know how to make their own programs, how to make their own courses, what kind of course, what sequence of the course, how many modules. Either they end up over delivering or under delivering. So how to have that fine balance. So getting the courses made, from there to running their own webinars or their seminars, what should be the checklist, how to create a structure, even to do a webinar, what kind of questions they can ask their clients or the wannabe clients or aspiring clients, which can turn into a paid lead for them. So we train the coaches and the trainers for that. When it comes to business owners, how can they position their business, which gets them more traction, which gets them more lead in more organic manner, before we take our clients to paid marketing. We train them well enough for organic reach and organic marketing and sales. So we also train intensively for sales, for doing the branding and the marketing and building the network. And that's how they end up creating more business. And we see to it that they're generating enough business, they're making enough profits, they're not just paying the fee for us. So one can enter the club with as minimum as 5,000 rupees. One can just start. There is no, capping that we have kept. Yes, the end-to-end solution, if somebody is looking for one-to-one training and the coaching from us, so the charges are accordingly. But there is a hand holding One can opt for 1 year to up to 5 years of membership. So depends upon their pocket and depends upon the willingness, I would say, how much one is willing to invest in their growth. That's about it. It's not about the fee. It's about how hungry they are, how desiring they are in growing themselves and in their business.
Absolutely correct. Because everybody wants to network. Either they don't get the right kind of, opportunities where and how to network. And especially when you're based out of Delhi and you are, in a two-tier city. And over there, if you, I think business is great over there because there is less competition comparatively to the bigger cities also. So if you join a club which is based outside Delhi and, in the north and in the mountains, specifically catering to the world, I think you will definitely, it's value for money also, I feel. This is wonderful, Shweta. Shweta, can you share a case study on how you've helped a brand, come up, a dying brand, maybe,
Thank you. Well, I wouldn't say that there has been a dying brand because what I've done is I've revived businesses which were stagnant or businesses which didn't know how to expand, how to scale up. So a lot of people, they start a business with a bang, they hold their grounds well. So now they're floating. But the problem happens when they're just floating for a very long time. So now what to do? They cannot go back because that's what they've been doing. And they don't see a way to expand it. Someone who is into events business, someone who is into food business, someone who is into, let me just give an example of one of the doctors and the dairy business owner. So the dairy is on, they have a business, flourishing business, one of the leaders in their area. This is in Punjab. And the person has everything, they have a name, they have a quality, a reputation, everything. But now the question for them was like, they have a vision, they have dreams, but don't know how to fulfill them. There is no time, and don't know where exactly to invest, what exactly to do. So we got them on board and we got their vision chart made from them instead of we making it. So I do it in a very coaching manner. I am not the one who's instructing them. So because it's all already there with them, with the clients. It is just that someone has to help them scoop it out and bring it on board and give it in a nice structured, strategic manner and let them give the footsteps, what all to follow and how. So that's what we do at BNL Club. And now the person is not just, getting out of the personal, I would say, entanglement, but also they've got their expansion plans well in place. And the company has no debt. They were under severe debts. So the rotation was there, the money was flowing, but a lot of debt, there were a lot of people who were not paying them. Not that they owed money to anyone, but they were paying people who were not paying to them. So now there is no backlog. And, the company is in real profits and they can see the money. Now they're ready to invest because earlier the hesitation was that, if we invest money now, we'll get stuck, then we'll have no money to have the rotation. So now they have surplus cash. So that's how it is happening. Now the same thing goes in for the doctor. That is in Delhi, northern Delhi. So doctor is doing well. The clinic is in place. Everything is fine. But there was no branding quotient. So the doctor wanted to shift from old location to new location, but was so scared that how will people find me? So now that's the thing. So people remain stuck because they don't know what will happen if they move from here. That is the reason why they keep on staying in that rut. A lot of people don't change their jobs, a lot of people don't change their businesses, or they don't move from a place which is actually making them suffer. Same thing happens with the relationship. I'm sure a lot of people can relate with that. They just don't move because they it's the FOMO. What will happen if I move, right? So I tell people, it's a very old saying that, unless you are a tree, you can definitely move. So now that we have a technology, we can even move trees and plants from one place to another. So I help them, I would say the BNL Club help them build their branding, successfully move from decades old their clinic to absolutely new location. And now they not just have two clinics running, the same doctor even has a small hospital for newborn babies successfully running and is looking for further expansion. This all has happened before the formal inception of BNL Club. We launched BNL Club formally once we had 3 to 5 case studies, already proven testimonials of our clients with us. So that's how it all started. So these are two of very important case studies which I share. And we have our latest client who's into beauty business, someone who is just simply running a parlor. So people think like, okay, a lady who's running a parlor, what best can she do? So we made her start her new product line. And, with thanks to the network of all the clients that she had. So she's got the product range now, which is, from 150 rupees to going up to 5,000 rupees. That's about it. That's it. And I don't want to reveal the numbers, but, it's overwhelming.
So, Shweta, let's talk about your services. Okay. Entire service package that you're offering. And what are the easier methods of branding for women entrepreneurs?
The way to join BNL Club is the easiest. I keep on announcing it on my YouTube channel and on Instagram and everywhere. I'm on social media everywhere. You can just Google me. So bnlclub.com is the website wherein one can simply fill up a form and leave a message that I want to be a part of it. So then what we do is we do an audit call. We see where you stand and where you want to be. And simply we do the reverse maths. We create a roadmap for you. One can start from just getting to know what are the branding guidelines to become a brand, what all one should do, how to place your business, how to create that unique positioning, how to build that user experience, which keeps people hungry to come back to you again and again. That's the minimum level from where we start, which we call laying the foundation, which, as I mentioned, one can start from as if someone says that I want to test the model, or I just have no money at all. I say like, okay, you have no money, you have pocket money of 5,000 rupees, start. Because when it comes to scaling up your business, if you want your business to run your house, you need to invest in that business. And it doesn't have to really pinch your pocket. It should be absolutely in sync with what you're doing. Invest that 5,000 and see the results of that 5,000. If you don't make 50,000 out of it, please don't come back. Okay, because our membership starts from 5,000 and goes up to 10 lakh. So it depends how much of you want, whether you want the recordings, whether you want the one-to-one sessions, whether you want the mentoring from multiple business owners who are part of our community. There are mentorings happening from the industry experts and the pioneers. It is difficult to get a meeting with them. We get them on board. They are the ones who are addressing our community. There is a creative team which is handling entire branding for them. So it all depends what all services you want, but there is a way for everyone. The workshops are absolutely free. One can fill up the form for free workshops. They can understand what is it that they need to do, how can they pave a way. And especially for women, I personally design the business models for them. So we also have the financial leaders with us. people who are helping women, who are helping especially single mothers to design their business models in a very professional manner, wherein they don't need to see back. I mean, seriously, if anybody says I'm in a financial problem, then I say like this should be the least worry for you to lead a happy life. Come to BNL Club. We make sure that you get your emotional and your financial balance in place. Just live your life, live for your passion, be happy, and create a difference in society. Don't just live your life, do something for society.
Nice. Okay, so Shweta, I'm sure with all the good work that you've been doing for a while now, you must have received some awards, accolades from people, recognitions. Tell us about that.
Thank you very much. I think apart from the whatever recognition we get from industry or from the different organizations, the biggest rewards for me have been the testimonials of my clients. That is something I look forward to. And I always tell them, I want to know what difference it has created, the system it has created for you, for your business, for your life. Because that's what speaks much more than any industry award. Whether I was invited for the TEDx talk or I was invited to address the BSF or the FICCI Flow or any other organization, I've been to many organizations, got numerous awards, but what always remains on top of my mind and which always keeps me on toes is the testimonials that I want from my members, because that's what speaks volume for what I'm doing, because that's a proof of my work. So that is the only award I look forward to, and I proudly share them in my webinars, in my workshops. So that's what I tell people. I said, don't go in what is hanging on my wall, because I have not reached here just in one day. I've been working for more than 24 years, and all that experience that whatever life gave me has helped me to be here, whether it was working for a bank or for the luxury retail or working for a diplomatic mission to a royal family of Saudi Arabia, doesn't matter. How many businesses I started and how many of them failed has taught me a lot. All those workplaces where I worked and learned from, I think I've been very lucky, blessed that I had seen many failures, but learned my lessons well. I paid attention to my lessons which life gave me, and numerous failures that I saw and I faced myself. And I also saw people undergoing the challenges in their life. So many marriages falling apart, so many relationships going sour because of the failures, especially in financial space. So I wanted to address it directly. I wanted to solve this problem for people, that don't let just money, don't think that it's money which is ruling your life. No, you're making money rule your life. You can generate money. It is not that difficult. If you really put slight brain and the focus to it, that's about it. So that's what I made my aim, and that's what has been working, not just for me, even for others. So as a single mother, as someone who is living in a very remote place in India on hills, and I tell people, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, I think the failures teach us not just to do business, but also to be patient with ourselves and others. And I think this is a very good point that you put across, Shweta. Shweta, what is your one message for brands and corporates out there?
For the brands, for the corporates, for anybody who's doing any sort of business, the one message is pay attention to people. Being tech savvy is important. It is absolutely necessary. But more than that, relishing, valuing human relations is what has taken us to this stage and which will take us ahead. End of the day, every business needs client, and those clients are not robots. They are humans. So please treat them as humans. All those staff members which are getting you those leads, which are getting those people and servicing them, are also humans. So please be nice to them. Be respectful to your team members, to your staff. Doesn't matter how junior or how senior. Please do not differentiate based on the hierarchy, and do not look at a client by the number of value it's getting to you. Someone paying you less is equally important, because you also need that first client who might have bought just an order from your client, from your company, for worth maybe 500 rupees. That doesn't mean you value that person less than the person who is paying you 5 lakh. Okay. Each category has its own clientele. Each staff member adds its own value. So value people, because that is the only legacy that you will create. A human needs another human to really relinquish in life, to really grow in life. So I wish everyone a very tech-friendly life and human valuable life.
Wonderful. Okay. So, Shweta, what is one piece of advice for entrepreneurs out there?
I would say the one piece of advice has to be in sync with technology. Yes, for a lot of us, including me, tech was something which was below zero, much, much below minus for me. I did not know even how to make a secondary email ID. So that bad. Okay. My children knew at least better than me. So the only way to overcome any fear is to face it head on. Anybody who has read the book, Eat the Frog, speaks for it. So do what scares you the most. So I enrolled myself for a digital marketing course. I've recently finished my course with Harvard on AI. So someone who didn't know how to make a secondary email ID, if that person can make her own website, can do the SEO, and can do all the technical stuff all by herself, that's me. I learned graphic making, video editing, you name it, and I learned it because I wanted to know. I wanted to not just face the beast, but beat the beast. I think especially women have this amazing courage in themselves. As an entrepreneur, you have no choice but to be in sync with technology. Then only you can beat the beast. All those employees who are feeling scared that they may lose their job, let me warn you, end of the day, technology is made by humans for humans.
Your brand coach, Shweta, is your secret weapon in the journey to build a memorable and impactful brand and business. Get in touch with the BNL Club, become their members. Her details, her email, and all the other details are available on the promotion poster and on the video. Shweta, आपका बहुत बहुत thanks है किया. Bye.